Weeping may endure for the night, but joy comes in the morning. Hello, friends. This is Stella Sanobokelo, welcoming you to the Family Enrichment Hub, your center for family learning and for growth. I have the honor to be introducing a new series, and that is exploring the storms of life within our marriages. The storms of life range from childlessness, joblessness, issues of infidelity and polygamy, issues to do with witchcraft. It could be frigidity and impotence. There are so many different storms that we could face in our different relationships. And so this series is going to be exploring the wisdom that we need to apply in order for us to emerge winners and stronger at the end of the day, not for the storms to actually sweep us away. And so it's important for us as we face these storms within our marriages to clearly understand our why. What brought us together as a couple? Why did we decide to come together to start out a family? In my household here, some of the reasons that brought us together, we wanted permanent and reliable companionship. We also wanted to raise up children that are going to be useful and impactful in their generation. We also focused on being a family that is going to be a living example and inspiration for so many others to learn so many different aspects of life within our home. And so our why is clearly stipulated. And so just to help us and to challenge us, what is your own why within your marital relationship? What is that brought you together? That you know that even when you face the storms of life, you're able to focus on your why, and nothing will be able to deter you. You'll be able to face every obstacle, every challenge, and every storm with a lot of grace, and you'll emerge as winners and not as losers. Allow me share some insights that I believe will be helpful to all of us because, like they say, my O level CRE teaches that life is a mixture of joy and sorrow. It is a mixture of both good and bad. And so it is inevitable for us to expect at one point or another. We have to go through the storms within our marriages. We have to go through tests. We have to go through trials. We have to go through challenges. And so let me just share some of the things that I believe we can apply when these different storms of life have beset us. Look at the journey of school-going children. School-going children endure a lot. Look at the early morning waking up, being awakened at 4 a.m., 5 a.m. to start their day. In essence, they forfeit a lot of sleep. Look at the troubles that they go through during the day. For those who walk to school, the harsh weather, it may be hard rains, it may be the storms, it may be the extreme conditions of dust and sun. They endure all this. Why? Because they want to excel in their examinations. And when they excel in their examinations, they'll be able to move to the next level. And as they continue, they are able to attain necessary skills and indeed certificates to be able to face life comfortably. By the time school going children can endure all this, I believe we can also endure in our different marital relationships. Look at the case of sports people. Sports people go through a lot. They have to put in the extra hours of manual and really intense trainings. But they do this because they have a focus at the end of the day. They know what they are aiming at. They are looking at the medals. They are looking at the glories that are before them when they endure through all these difficulties. Look at the soldiers, the difficult training that they go through. But they are able to go through all this because they have a focus at the end of the day. Look at the people who go to work on a daily basis, the endurance that they put in. You have to endure the inconveniences of the jam and the noise within the traffic on a daily basis. They have to endure difficult targets at their places of work. For some, you have to go through the challenges, really difficult bosses shouting bosses, but you go through all this because you have clearly defined your why. You know what you want to attain as you go through all this. And so it relates to our marriages as well. Let our whys be very clear. When your why is clear, you'll endure anything. In a storm of life, you'll face it knowing that it is meant to take you off. But when your focus is clear, you'll keep your eyes on the focus that you intend to achieve. Jesus talked about in this life you will face tribulation, but be of good cheer. I have overcome the world. So by the time the Lord talks about in this life, you will face tribulation. What about in our marriages? Definitely, our marriages are no exception. We shall face tribulations. We shall face storms. We shall face difficulties. We shall go through challenges. But these should not destroy us because we have a focus and a target. There is a joy that is waiting for us at the end of the day if only we can endure these challenges. The book of Luke, chapter 6, from verse 47 to 49 also paints a very beautiful picture for us. The Lord was speaking and saying that anybody who listens to my commands and my teachings is like a man who built his house upon the rock. And when the storms of life came, when the rains pounced upon that house heavily, it did not fall. Why? Because it was built upon the foundation of a strong rock. And he also said, the man who does not obey and follow his teachings is like the foolish person who built his house upon the sand. When the storms of life, when the rains pounced upon that house, it fell so badly because it was not built upon the foundation of a rock. And so when it comes to our marriages, friends, the foundation, the rock upon which we need to lean is the strength of the word of the Lord. For those who are doing their marriages without proper spiritual direction, without a spiritual cover over your marriage, I don't know what you're trusting in. Because for those who trust in the name of the Lord, that is the strength that they will use when the storms, the inevitable challenges of life will bombard. And indeed, they will bombard all our marriages. Les Brown, the American motivational speaker, also tells us that when you go through setbacks and frustrations in life, do not take them personally. Just keep moving towards your goal. And in the same breath, when it comes to our marriages, whatever setbacks and frustrations and storms you face, don't take them personally. Just look at them as opportunities for you to grow together and not to be separated because of the challenges. Dr. Miles Monroe, in his presentation, The Strength of the Human Mind, paints a very beautiful picture. He says, a mature, well tested leader looks at every problem as an opportunity to grow, while the immature, unskilled, and undeveloped person looks at every problem as chaos, desiring to destroy his life. When it comes to our marriages, let's look at the storms of life as opportunities to make us grow, to give us necessary experience that will help us to be people that are truly solid and truly mature and truly reliable. Also, look at expect storms within our marriages because, like we have been told, they are a part of the package of marriage. And if you haven't yet faced any storms within your marriage, kindly expect them because they are coming. We are also told that fire refines gold, fire refines silver. When you look at silver and gold sparkling so beautifully, you admire them and you want to carry them for yourself. But if you know the process that they have gone through in order for them to emerge pure and so beautiful in the way that you're desiring them, connect it to your own marriage and know that your marriage is going to go through the fire. When you go through the fires, when you go through the storms of life within your marriage, know that this is a necessary avenue for the Lord to refine you, for the Lord to throw off impurities, to throw off immaturity, to throw off childishness from you so that you can emerge as strong, untested, and truly a tried product that others can be referred to for their own learning and for their own growth. Allow me conclude with this. The Bible teaches us in Proverbs chapter 24, verse 10, that when you are weak in a crisis, you are weak indeed. And so it's incumbent upon all of us as we go through, as we do life together within our different marriages, to understand that the storms of life are meant to make us better. They are meant to draw us together. They are meant to produce maturity within us, not to destroy us and make us bitter. Thank you, friends, for listening in. Kindly share this message widely, for I believe that this is how we shall truly transform our society through the family. God bless you. Bye.